Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this week's GammaCast. Let's go straight into Marvel issues this week. Here we have Demon Days Mariko. There's some great Peach Momoko art in here. It's about Japanese mythological spiritual beings. It's pretty cool. The art is really haunting. You should go check this out if you can. We also have a variant edition of Venom 200, huge issue, the last of Donny Cates' issues before they switch over to Al Ewing. It's been an amazing run. I've read the first few volumes of it, and Donny Cates does not miss. We also have a variant of Miles Morales' Spider-Man. This is Miles Morales' Clone Saga, and I love this variant just because it reminds me of Spider-Verse with the Live Otto Octavius. It's very reminiscent of that movie, the art here. We also have a variant edition, Spider-Man Sinister Villains of Fantastic Four. It's a pretty good comic, from what I hear. You should go check this out. Now let's go into DC. We have Represent, which is actually a collection of the digital issues that they released last year around the time of the pandemic and the Black Lives Matter protests. There's some great stories in here. One of them is by the guy who got called on from that Karen because she was strangling her dog. It's pretty interesting stuff. We also have a variant of the first issue of Static. This has been a long time coming. They announced this at Fandom last year, and they announced this actually like even longer before then, and it's just been held up by some legal stuff with the Dwayne McDuffie estate, but it's finally here. It's awesome. You should check it out if you have not read the digital edition yet. We also have a variant of Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. There's some really cool Supergirl stuff coming in the next year with her appearance in the Flash movie. And we have like her costume reveal recently, so why not check this out? Tom King is awesome. And Bilquis Evely has some amazing art in here as well. We also have the 4th issue of Spider-Man Red and Blue. Apparently this has a story by Mark Waid. He's writing Superman again. And from what I hear, it's like a heartbreaking story about Mr. and Mrs. Spitlick and Superman. And Mr. and Mrs. Spitlick is always fun, so you should check it out. There's also some amazing stories from other writers and artists in here. And I love this comic. Like, the first issue of it was awesome, so check it out. For our indie titles, we have Norse Mythology. It's a book originally by Neil Gaiman. This is the comic edition. Yeah, some really cool art in here. You should go check it out. Fun fact, Neil Gaiman learned about Norse mythology originally from reading Thor comics, and now, you know, he's great at writing it in American Gods and Norse mythology. We also have first issue of Save Yourself. It's pretty cool. It's a comic about disaffected teenagers in the LGBT community. It's cool adventures, amazing art. It's awesome. You should check it out if you're like a Steven Universe fan. It's very reminiscent of that, I think. Now let's see the key issues this week. We have a signed Jay Lee comic for a Green Lantern Star Trek crossover. This is a Dynamic Forces comic. It's a 1 in 51. You should check this out. It's awesome. Jay Lee is a great artist. We also have a signed Dynamic Forces copy of James Tynion. This is only 1 in 100. It's awesome. It's issue 90 of his Batman run, and it's a good issue. It's like a prelude to the Joker War. And we also have Giant Size X-Men, tribute to Len Wein and Dave Cockrum. Len Wein is an amazing person. He has contributed so much to the history and legacy of comics. It's very sad to see him go these last few years, and you should just get this. looks awesome. Signed by Kevin Nolan. You should check it out. Now for our trade paperbacks or hardcovers, we have Donny Cates' Thor. This is cool. This is the Prey volume of the trade paperback. This is collecting issues 7 to 14, so it's the second trade. It's pretty interesting because the artist has drawn Thor to look just like Donny Cates himself. And as I said before, Donny Cates is an amazing writer. He's probably like the most sought after writer right now in comics. Like his issues always sell out of everything. So check out Thor. He's good at that mythological stuff. We also have Deceased, Hope at World's End. This is a hardcover. This is the collected edition of all the digital issues they released last year. This takes place before the sequel to the original Deceased. Actually takes place during Deceased in some parts. This is pretty cool. You should check this out. There's some awesome issues in here, and Tom Taylor has some very heartfelt stuff written down, especially like Damian and his relationship to Batman. And finally, we have The Next Batman by John Ridley. This is awesome. This is the Future State issues. It's very thick, as you can see. It collects not only all of the Batman issues, but I think, yeah, all of the back matter stuff as well. So yeah, you should check this out. Yeah, it collects Nightwing, Dark Detective as well, and all of the back matter stuff. So this is pretty good value. From what I hear, this is awesome. The art is awesome. And John Ridley is doing some amazing stuff with the Jace Fox character. So that's all for this week in the GammaCast, and hope to see you all next time. Gamma off.